Hi everyone, I'm Dave Mulvan. I'm here with Mike Godwin. We're going to be giving, well, great predictions. Great predictions. We just got done doing the A Division video, and I made some of the best predictions of my life.
I beg you differ. Go ahead.
Well, I feel like the B Division I even know better than the A, so I can't get one wrong.
You don't know anything. How do you know
That is upsetting to hear from you.
If we actually counted up like our wins and losses, yours wouldn't be very good.
First of all, we had to stop doing that because you were getting so upset and thinking I was like setting games or something, or changing up.
First of all, I wasn't on the video, the show, when you guys were doing it. I was behind the scenes.
Yeah, but you asked. You said, "Hey, Dave, I'll come on the show and make my picks, but can you not put my scores up? I don't want to be exposed."
There you go.
First up, here we go. B Division predictions. Skills that kills versus free agent squad. Skills that kills. They're 2-2 on the season now. Free agent squad 2-2 on the season now.
Going with free agents. It's easy pick. Jeff
Uh,
Walters will be there this week. He will score
but
4 points.
No, Jeff's going to be here at Hack, but he's going to be out at the bowl practicing his wiffle ball pitches. I have him on a strict pitching regimen.
This is basketball. Why are you talking about his wiffle ball?
I'm not. I'm just saying what he's going to be doing while the game's going on.
I'm
I'm going to be out the door. I'm going to be out the door. If Jeff tries to get in, I'm going to point him right to the bowl. Jeff, get out there.
You know where to go.
I mean, they just won without him last week.
That's true. Do they need him? No.
I'm going with free agent squad this week, too. Next up, we have Catalina Wine Mixers versus ACCB.
I'm going.
Catalina just came off of being the faculty. Remember that before you make your pick.
Exactly. Which is why they're going to lose to ACCB.
Mike, I can't agree with you more. ACCB is beating Catalina this week. Put it in the books. Put it in the books.
It's already in the books.
And you know what? I'll make Dan's pick for this game. If Dan was here, he would say ACCB is going to beat Catalina
So
this
that's
week.
3-0 for ACC.
Next up, and what you have to think is probably the game of the century. Probably it could be a championship matchup. Team Doc versus the faculty. Team Doc.
I mean, do I even have to make my pick?
Team Doc, led by Allen, and then he's got his role players like Dave Henninger and Gavin Bethel, and Pete and Doc is spot-up shooter.
You're saying this team is full of role players.
This reminds
The family
me.
is full of stars.
This reminds me of. Correct me if I'm wrong on the
Superstars.
date, but the 2001 Sixers with Allen Iverson.
I couldn't agree with you more, actually.
Allen Iverson had all those role players. They finally came together. They have
Yeah, their record's 3-1, but Allen, his back hurts. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just trying to make my comparisons here. They have Dave Henninger. I mean, obviously he'd be
Theo
Dikembe
Rabbit.
Mutombo.
Is that pre? Was that pre? The 2001?
I'm not sure.
All right, but he can be Dikembe.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Gavin Bethel is Tyrone Hill.
Yeah, Tyron Hill. You have
Lamont Corey, Eric Snow.
Eric Snow. You
Doc,
have,
Aaron McKay, 3-point shooter.
and was Pete Larry Hughes? Was he on the
Larry
team?
Hughes. I don't know.
Or Lynch.
George
Lynch.
George
Give
Lynch.
me Pete.
All right.
But yeah, you have your Allen Iverson and Allen. Al.
Yep.
So maybe that's what I'll start calling Allen, the new AI.
Allen, yeah.
The new AI. So usually, I mean, the offense was built around Allen Iverson.
As it should be.
So this one will be built around Allen.
I don't know as it should be for that one.
I'm just saying. I just want to make sure Doc's entire team knows their role.
Like I was saying before, Team Doc has one superstar, Allen.
And the
Filled with a
faculty,
bunch of role players.
the faculty has a big five.
They have a big 8.
You know what? Let's include the bench. The faculty
big
has a big five, and they're the ones that start, and then they have
A big 5 on the bench.
they have the next big five coming off the bench.
Anyone on this team can score 30 points any night.
Almost any. I mean, almost any.
I mean, you could score 30, but you just choose to run the team.
You know what?
Plays.
Everyone's got their role in life.
I could score 30. But I choose to get rebounds.
And Mark could probably score 29. I don't think he could score 30. Mark London?
Yeah.
He caps off at 29. And you know what? I need Mike Bird. I'm calling out Mike Bird this week. Mike, I need you to step up. You have to say, if Mark's shooting too much, you have to grab Mark by his shirt and say, knock it off. And then just take the ball out of his hands. I don't care if you steal from him. I'll even put his steal in the stat ball.
Alright.
If Mike Bird steals the ball from Mark, I'm gonna give him stats back.
So everything is telling us this win is going to the faculty.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Dan, what about your pick?
Dan?
Faculty.
That
picks the faculty.
was actually pretty. It sounded more like Dan than Dan does.
That was Dan. That's why.
Maybe that's why it sounds so much like it. So yeah, I'm going faculty, and they're gonna win this one by 19.
Okay.
What are you predicting for score?
They're going to win by 15, faculty.
15? All right, we're on the same page.
Oh.
Gavin, if you
Same
disagree,
ballpark.
we expect to hear from you. You've been a little quiet this week. I think he's a little nervous.
I know.
What happened last time we played them? Remember when Gavin did his spin move?
Yeah.
And I was right there to take that charge?
He's still having nightmares.
Still having those nightmares, waking up in with the sweats. He's going to come out on the court. He's going to get ready to spin. He's probably going to see me even if I'm not there. And he'd probably bobble the ball and lose it. And look for me, when I do get in the game, look for me to go up and block one of Dave Henniger's dunks. Just expect me to be playing up by the rim this week.
Okay.
Next up, we have Monstars versus Elite.
This is an easy one. Elite by 8.
They're going to win by more than 8, Mike.
Alright.
Elite by 13. Well, a player from the Monstars, man, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He said, Dave, you got to pick right this week. I said, oh yeah, who do you play for? He goes, the Monstars. I go, oh, the other team didn't show up.
Oh,
They were playing Untouchables, I think. But Monstars win is a win, and they are now on a win streak. But it's going to end this week.
They're not.
It's gonna end this week.
One
I guess.
forfeit win. It's not a win streak.
It could spark the team.
It could spark it, but it's not a win streak.
It's not gonna happen this week. Elite's too good. Elite by 11, 13.
13.
Next up, we have Diamond State Warriors, led by their coach actually on the sidelines.
Yep.
I saw this week. I got to see firsthand because I wasn't doing the stats, but I was hanging out watching because it was Diamond State versus ACCB. Exciting game, but the coach was pulling out all the stops, trying to do everything she could to get them back in the game.
And they're gonna get back on track this week.
I guarantee you, she took them all in the locker room after the game and had a long talk, and they're gonna be pumped up and ready to go for this week.
Yep.
Who are you taking this one, Diamond State or Pink Panthers?
Diamond State by 10.
You know what though, Pink Panthers, if anything I know, they're dedicated. They're dedicated. I know for a fact that they're practicing, but they all need to get a little more dedicated. They need to start running practices 3 days a week.
I don't think that's
And watching game film. They need to watch game film too. Game film, more practice. No, they should three practices on the court practices and one video day where they just watch game film and break down everything. And you know what? For all we know, is they have game film from Diamond State Warriors' previous games.
So you're saying they're gonna win?
No, Diamond State Warriors is too good of a team right now.
You just wasted how much time?
I just wanted everyone to know this was a difficult pick for me. Diamond State Warriors wins this game to go to 4-1. Untouchables or refuse to lose is next one. Well, they both are next.
Well, if Untouchables shows up, I got that.
Let me ask you a question. So, is the Untouchables team, are they too physical to refuse to lose? Their style of basketball?
Well, if they don't show up, they're not physical at all.
It's Father's Day, I'll give them a pass.
We just handed out passes now.
I haven't handed out one yet in this video.
In the other 3 you had.
This is a new video. New day.
But yes, they're too big and too physical.
So, Untouchables wins this.
Yes, by 15.
refuse to lose, gets their first win this week. First one this week. I'm calling it. You know what? They need everyone to buy into the team system, which they don't even have one. So they need to come up with a system, and then they need to buy into it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't even want to know their system because it hasn't worked yet.
I'm going to guarantee overtime this game. Fireballers versus Heat Check. Is this difficult for you?
No.
Because I know you don't want to pick the Fireballers, but I feel like you know you have to.
Yeah, I do. The FBs will win this game.
Yeah, bees.
22-21.
Like,
Average. Each team's going to average a point per minute.
like, I need to find out if Emmanuel Magruder, if his ribs are better. Is Laquan Magruder even going to show up for this game?
Is Nick Klein going to get in the stat book? The stat sheet, I should say. Stat iPad, whatever.
Stat pad.
Stat pad.
Is Jesse Kleiber going to bring his offense to this game or only his rebounding? Those are a lot of questions to ask.
Yeah.
So when I have that many questions, it forces me to go with the Fireballers. Yes, the Fireballers had an off week on offense, but you know what? I'm chalking that up to the Pink Panthers defense. This week, first of all, Jaleel is going to have 4 dunks. And you know what?
Why do you count his dunks?
Why not?
You know he can dunk. Half the league can dunk.
Well, the whole faculty team can dunk.
I know.
We lower the rims. Brahim is going to have a much better game than he did last week. And I'm projecting Rudy Enriquez plays in this game and gets 7 points.
Can we talk about his minutes before his points?
I think he can put up 7 points in 7 minutes.
Okay. Well, that's right on pace for 22-21.
You just got so mad because Rudy sat there and talked about his 97-point game. And you know what? He's going to get a chance to do it again this week. It's at the Hogas Athletic Club. It's at 6:30. You're going to have to listen to Rudy from doing the 7. Does he work the first 3 games?
I didn't do the schedule.
You're going to get to listen to Rudy, whatever games he's doing, talk about the Fireballers the rest of the night, Mike.
I don't care.
Get used to it.
I can't wait
Bring
to talk
your
about when the
earplugs.
score
Bring
ends
your
22-21.
No, come on. We'll have to get back ticket sales again.
Well, they're that kind of team.
Next up, runner-up for Game of the Week, because obviously the faculty's always involved in the Game of the Week. J Squad versus Delaware.
I got Delaware.
Mike,
I didn't even have to think about this one.
Mike, I don't know if Dan Glazer's going to show. Apparently he's real serious about softball or something. I mean, you play softball, but you're fine telling him, no guys, sorry, I'm not playing tonight.
I don't play Sundays.
Yeah, Sundays is the Lord's Day and also basketball.
Right.
So, I look at this, and I said every team in the B division is going to have at least 1 loss. I'm going J Squad this week. I think the Raybold brothers got into it after last game. Bill was upset, so they probably said some hurtful things to each other, and they're both upset, and they both just don't come to the game this week. And J Squad's going to be upset about that because J Squad wants to beat Delaware at full strength.
Whoa. If Dan's not there, J Squad won't even be at full strength.
I just said they want Delaware at full strength, though. I didn't say anything about them being full strength. You taking Delaware, huh?
Yeah. I don't even have to think
What's your
about
final
it,
score?
Like I said. Delaware's they're gonna win by 13, I think. 60-43.
The only thing I'm worried about is...
Oh, that's 17.
Nobody's counting. The only thing I'm worried about is if Ted doesn't make it back from the beach in time.
I mean, we saw what he did with sand in his pockets last week.
Maybe he'll just come in as soon as he gets in the door, just throw it up.
I'm here.
What's that? Kind of like the Wise. I'm here.
Yep.
Just instead of maybe he blows the sand.
Yeah.
I mean, Way off track.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Hog Mob versus Fighting Mongooses. Now we talk about Dave Sadowski.
I can finally pick Hog Mob.
Dave Sadowski's first love is wiffle ball. His second love is wiffle. Second love is his wife. His third love is basketball. No.
I'm going with Hog Mob. I don't have Dave Sadowski's winning wiffle ball tonight because he's playing my team. I'll just make a preview for that. But
More importantly, this has nothing to do with basketball, but do you think after tonight, Dave Sadowski ends up on Whiffs of the Week in wiffle ball?
yes,
I think so.
several times.
Yeah, I think he could be a whole feature just on Dave.
Yep.
Whiffs of the Week,
Dave.
starring Dave Sadowski.
I'm going Hog Mob by 20.
Yeah, you know what? Fighting Mongooses, they're yet to win a game.
No, they won one.
They're yet to win 2 games, and they're not going to win one this week. I don't have the standings up anymore.
Me either. But I'll get them up.
Yeah, get them all while I talk about this game for a minute. Hog Mob just has way too much size for Fighting Mongooses.
Fighting Mongooses are 0-4.
So I was
They
right.
have yet to win a game this year.
And you know what? They're going to go to 0-5, but luckily
Should we
for Fighting
change their
Mongooses-
name? We have a 0-4 team named Refuse to Win. Should we change their name to Fighting 4 Wins?
I like it. It's great. You know what? You patented that.
Yes, I did.
So if
Fighting
Mongooses
for
call,
wins.
they're going to have to give you royalties for their team name.
I know. I like that idea.
Yeah, Hog Mob's going to win by 20.
Thanks for copying me.
I agreed with you. I didn't copy you.
Here we go.
It's not the same thing. If you agree with somebody, you agree with what they said. If you copy somebody, it's doing something that they do. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't care what you're saying. You ask me.
Well, that's gonna
I've
wrap.
been listening to you yap for probably an hour now. A little more than an hour.
Are you saying I wear on you?
You give me a headache every week. I get a bigger headache. Each week we do this.
It's your allergies that are giving you your headache first. All right, that's gonna wrap it up this week. Thanks for checking us out. We'll see everyone on Sunday. Good luck.